Okay, in this video we are going to start looking at the WJC additional maths paper from June 2015. So scroll down to question 1 and we can see question 1 is a fairly standard factorise and then hence solve. So there's two things to do here. We have to factorise and hence solve. So the presence of this word hence means that we have to use our factorising to do it. We can't use it. Okay, so here's our grid. And when I look at this sort of question, I need to factorise 6x squared minus 11x minus 10. Well, the 6x squared is going to go in the top left box. The constant, the negative 10, is going to go in the bottom right box. And then the two boxes that are left over are going to be used to create this negative 11x. So we just need to figure out what two values we're going to use to create that negative 11. So I'm going to multiply these two numbers together. So 6 times negative 10 is negative 60. And I'm going to write down the factors of 60. Not worried about negative so far. So I'm going to have 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15, 5 and 12, 6 and 10. There's a lot of them. Now, because they multiply to give a negative, one of the numbers in each pair has to be a negative. And because they add overall to give a negative, it means the larger number of the two will be negative. So I'm going to stick the negative sign on the larger numbers. And then pick the ones that are going to give me negative 11, which is going to be this pair here, 4 and negative 15. So those are the numbers I'm going to use to create my x's. So if I set up this box, 1 second. So those two values are going to go into these two boxes. So I get plus 4x, and it doesn't matter which order we do this in. Okay, and now I'm going to start factorising. So I'm going to start by factorising the top row. So I'm going to look at these two terms and say what is in common in both of them. Well, both of them have a common factor of 2 and both of them have a common factor of x. So I can take 2x out of it and then I'm away. So 2x times this value is 6x squared. Well, 2 times 3 will give me the 6 and x times x will give me the x squared. Okay, 2x times this value will give me positive 4x. Well, that's going to be plus 2. And this value here multiplied by 3x will give me negative 15x, which will be negative 5. Can just double check because these two should multiply together to give negative 10, which they do. So I am now done. I just need to make sure that I've written it in factorized form because I haven't yet. So that's 3x plus 2, 2x minus 5. Okay, then I'm going to do my hence solve bit. So I'm going to put that equal to 0. So now I've got a multiplication with the solution is 0. So in order to do that, then either this 3x plus 2, the first bracket, is 0, because then we'll have 0 multiplied by something, which is always going to be 0. Or we can have the second bracket taking the value 0, because then we will have something multiplied by 0, which will also give me 0. So these are the two ways we can do it. And if I solve this, started off by adding 2 here, gives me 3x, taking away 2, I should say, is negative 2, and x then will be negative 2 divided by 3, so negative 2/3. And on this one, if I add 5 to both sides, I get 2x equals 5, and then divide both sides by 2, I get x is 5 over 2, or 5/2. And those will be my two solutions.